What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Lord, dus had my reviews. And I watched Nosferatu van 2024. I don't know why, but... Well, I know why, because I saw Nicolas Cage with pointy teeth. And I thought that Nicolas Cage was playing Nosferatu. No, it was Bill Skarsgård who was playing it, while playing Pennywise in the movie It. Which I don't mind. He played also in John Wick 4, where we seen him somewhere up high in the table. I don't mind, but I really thought that that Nick Cage would play Nosferatu. No. I also have to be honest, and I did not really enjoy this movie as much as I enjoyed the original movie. The original movie from 2020, so 1922. I enjoyed that one more than I enjoyed this movie. Maybe I have to watch this for a second time, not right after, not legit right after, it's a day in between, but kind of right after I watched the original movie, because I just liked the first one more. So let's just start with the movie, shall we? We hear a music box, and we hear a woman. Now, is it maybe a bit of snickering, or crying, and it's all dark, and then she comes, closer to the camera, and we see her now, in with probably some moonlight or something shining on her. She's there praying, "Come to me, come to me." So, she also said, "Hear my aid. Ask." Something like that. And something answers. It says, "You." Well, something like that, And she stands up and slowly moves towards the balcony. When she's maybe 2 meters or 3 feet away from the balcony, up the doors towards the balcony, the curtains are blowing. They're really blowing, and we see her standing there, while we see when the curtains are going in front of the opening of the door, we get a kind of a silhouette of Nosferatu. He is also speaking to her while she is levitating a bit above the ground in a room, not above the ground of the balcony, no, in a room. But we're gonna also leave it at that, because if you don't know what's gonna happen next, watch the movie yourself. There were some things that I did not really got, because apparently this movie played in Germany 1838. Nothing wrong with that. But basically our main man speaks English, which I don't mind, but with an English accent. His wife, English accent. Herr Nock, which, Herr means basically sir. The name Nock also kind of sounds a bit Germanish. I thought it was first Herr Klum, but I've got that through Duolingo. But Herr Nock, when he spoke, sounds English. And I don't mean just the words that came out of his mouth. No, it's the word that sounded like it, what came out of his mouth, the way that he spoke it, just plain English. No bit German-ish accent, here or there. Even from the other people that were just in that shop or wherever from Herr Nock. When a guy came in. Because our guy was Thomas. What was it from last time? I didn't write it down. Thomas something, Hutter. But no German. And I recognize German, I would recognize German. I live in the fucking Netherlands. Germany is, the country next to us. I'm learning German already for over 200 days. I listen to one of my favorite bands is Rammstein, who are fucking German. So, yes, I would say that I know how German sounds like. How the German accent sounds like. I would say. I also listen to Finch, who did a collab with Electric Callboy on their on the song Spaceman. That's how I, came to listen to Finch due to Electric Callboy. Through Electric Callboy, I listened to Finch. But, like I said, I would think that I would recognize a German accent. But for this whole movie, maybe the doctor, just maybe, or it was just because he spoke so baritone, he had a very low, deep voice, so it was a bit harder to hear if he really had a German accent, but I didn't hear any Germanish accents. Even Phil from Modern Family does it better than these people that play that I don't know where they're coming from, but they're playing in Germany. It's 1838. I don't know how much immigrants from England Germany has in general. I don't know that from 1838, but I don't think it's more than it is now. So I would say that they still speak predominantly with a German accent, especially in 1838. So where the fuck are they? I get it, from the 1922 version because it was a silent movie, so we couldn't hear, the voices. But where are they? Because I couldn't hear them. It was like going to Amsterdam and you're going into a shop, and they don't even speak fucking Dutch. You're in fucking Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands. Speak fucking Dutch. I get it, it's a tourist spot, Sorry, this is a seat. I just eat bread, so, we're in the capital of the Netherlands. Speak fucking Dutch. That's so fucking retarded. You go into a shop, zo'n souvenir shop or something like that, and you ask for it in Dutch, and if, or I don't speak Dutch. Then why the fuck are you working here in the Netherlands? Why in a shop? in the Netherlands. If you work somewhere, like whatever, maybe potting plants or something like that. Yes, you don't have to deal with customers, but you're in a shop in a city in the Netherlands working with customers. I would think you speak multiple languages like English and Netherlands and Dutch and English, because you're in fucking Netherlands, dude. Come on. If you're going to France and you go inside a shop, you don't think that you don't. You would think that they speak French, what they do, obviously, but you wouldn't think that they would. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't come on the word. Fuck that shit, But it plays in Germany. Have something like a German accent. That's what I mean, There was also a scene where a guy had a live pigeon, and this was a legit live pigeon. Well, it looked like a live pigeon. It made sound and moved his head and blinked. And he was stroking the pigeon, which sounded something dirty, but he's stroking the pigeon, and the pigeon went a bit out of frame. But when it came back into frame, the eye still blinked, and then he did an Ozzy Osbourne and bit the head off the pigeon. Blood spewing a bit out, but and chewing on the head. But was that an actual pigeon or not? If it was an actual pigeon, kudos to the guy for doing that shit. But if it wasn't, how did they make the pigeon's eye blink? Yes, I get it. You can do it with CGI, yada. But it looked legit. So, which was it? Was it the actual pigeon or not? I'm curious. If you know it, put down below in the comment section. This movie was just not better than the first one, I don't even think I gave it the tagline. The tagline was "Succumb to the Darkness," but this movie was just not better. I said I don't like silent movies really, but when I played the second video, just to cancel out the silence, it was enjoyable. The acting, like I just watched a bit of Cinnabin's reaction to that one, and they said it was fear, like in a theater, fear. English sometimes very hard. Jesus Christ! Theatrical acting, from very over the top, and I didn't really mind that. It was 1922. This one doesn't have that. This one has more professional, how we know acting right now. But I prefer also that over the top acting than this one, because this movie was just not for me. I did not really enjoy this movie. No. So I will give this movie a high 2, low 3, because I am really curious about the pigeon. Or maybe even 2 out of 5, because I was kind of bored. I was just bored. And that's maybe because I just watched original yesterday, or because I just don't like this movie. I don't know, I have to watch it again, maybe. 5 years or something like that, and when I've forgotten a bit about the movie. But otherwise, I just didn't enjoy this movie. But leave likes, recommend a good Bill Skarsgård movie down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, come join Discord, and I'll see you guys next time. Well, I'll see you guys later for Jay and Silent Bob do Degrassi and episode 2 of the new Twilight Zone, aka the Twilight Zone from 1985. And really, I have a hard time with theatrical. Theatrical. But I didn't have a problem with Worcestershire sauce. Theatrical, come fucking on. Really?